now that they have a lot of different locations, recently started out planting sweet peppers, okras, and some even have bananas trying to grow and stuff like that. And I heard even growing up when visiting the museum, you would hear they used to have a lot of plantations here on the island, and a lot of items used to be shipped out weekly to other islands abroad. And now that in my generation there's only a few farmers and not much things are being shipped out. So what is your opinion on that matter?
To be honestly truthful, I wish we had farming continuously going on this island. Okay, we know quite agree that it rains, stop quite a lot of it. But from the time I know myself, I always been hearing that the Portuguese was planting Curacao using irrigation, as well as other things going on in different parts of the world. Irrigation is what really keeping the food up and flowing. But when you think about it now, maybe you can't see it that good. But up there on that mountain, the Duggan's father, which was Mr. Duggan, and they had bananas planted up there to the highest point they could reach. As well, this island was flooded with bananas. You can pass different places and smell the bananas just staying on the ground spoiling because they were impossible to consume. This island was so up to date. The boat from Dominica that I can recall used to come here. The only thing they were able to sell was oranges, nutmeg, dry coconuts, and some people used to buy there's a mobby bag. Other than that, everything we had locally, mangoes, cherries, you name it, we had them. And all of a sudden now today, you gotta buy what we get because they in the church house, we just gotta take what you get.
So in other words, families didn't have to rely on anything being imported at all back then?
Nothing. Everybody used to plant their own peas, and they had black-eyed peas, they had red peas, you name it, everything was locally owned here. The only thing that was imported was flour, sugar, and cornmeal. But we used to also grind our own corn here to make cornmeal too. Right down there in Concordia. According to me, the machinery is still down there, and we used to grind our own corn right here. But I'll say this much really, I don't think our people of today is thinking straight forward at all about, if they look at what happened to the Bahamas, Hugo taught us a lesson and they ain't learned nothing up to now. And those things I don't let go to my head at all. I always work and bank on the things that I know could take place. A lot of people used to tell me then, who, after I done work hard, I going to tell any goat, any sheep? For me, I know the benefit of it. When I have no time, sometimes, like, let's say according to how these fowl laying, I could take home 3 or 4 dozen eggs with me when I go in. Which your mom know that if I had eggs placed, you brought up or something. And I enjoy eating them because they eat much better than the eggs from the stock. And they don't have to put them in the fridge all the time neither, because just for security you put them there, but they don't have to be in the fridge. And when you tell people about the old time policies of saving things, those are things a lot of you wouldn't know. Your mom, I don't think, also know it. You can take a set of lime. The first thing you do, dig a hole, put water in it, let it get moisture. Put any amount of limes in there. You throw some more water so it soaks down, cover it down, the lime lasts for a year or more. They don't spoil. Eggs. In those days gone by, they used to put eggs in besan. Just take a little amount of besan, throw it in a bowl, put the eggs inside it there, the eggs stay right there, perfect condition, no refrigeration, nothing. But today nobody don't want to hear about those things. Tell me, that old time. And that's one thing I like with them, you know, this thing old time. And I'll show you something now. Last week there, because it's a good 2 weeks now, I find myself with shoulder pain, this thumb stiff like a bone, and my knee killing me. Go by the doctor, well, he tried his best to give me antibiotics, and to be truthful, it simmered down. But before the day was out, back up again. I called Vita, so Vita, go in the country, get the one and wait, root tree, bring it for me. He bring it, cut it up, wash it off, put it in water, and I'm here to say today, I'm proud to know that we got our own stuff on the island. Within about 3 hours after, I saw when his finger just make a jump like that too. The pain from me was gone, the pain from my knee was down to where I call it, a point of it was all the time. And I've been having this infection coming up now for the last 3 weeks, going and coming, going and coming. Since I drank that bush, I ain't got a problem. So, you know, we're trying to be what I call patriotism in the world, and we got nothing to show for it. Killing our own self. You look at it today, hard anybody eat. Who? Not me. I ain't gonna eat no Creole fowl, not me. That thing nasty. You don't know damn where eating, where the rest come from, where they come from, because I saw it. Georgie was working there, could tell you. The fowl in mud up to here in the chest, inside the states in there. And you gonna tell me I go eat in that? No. I know I eat in here. I know long time ago, almost every year in the station had in what you call a papaya tree, guava tree, lime tree. I mean, people was prepared. They ain't nothing about like they depend on no boat. We depend on our own local plantation. And look at it. If you have to look at today, how many of the youngsters today in the grave before they make 50? And we had people who I know die. Hardly anybody I know as a young person coming up die under the age of 70. Everybody was over, and we were using local. Now all of a sudden today, you got this bunch of chemical this and chemical that.
And that's another topic I would like to speak about. Online you would see a lot of persons giving out documentaries about eating more natural foods and stuff like that. So it's only now that everything is going more viral online and stuff you would hear more persons in their 50s or 60s and even younger speak about eating more healthier, when back then in your time everyone was eating natural and you didn't even have to worry about eating any junk also because they were more aware back then compared to now. So that's a good topic I would like to hear about, on back then people eating more healthier than now and many being more less aware of eating healthy now.
Well, I'll tell you this much. To my knowledge, the last I can recall of good doctors, very good doctors who really was into it in the field. One of them was David, Bukova, and Shin. They was like, trying to promote themselves locally with using the different insects and so forth here. But as I can recall, the last person I can remember that happened to die here and they had no record was the guy used to call Raccoon, but his name was Eric Simon. Nobody at all used to go to the hospital for no checkup at all. The hospital actually where Odonga living now, before they built one over there in 58. Nobody at all used to go to the doctor. When Dr. David Schindler, as I told you, came here, Dr. David came, he brought a car, and he used to drive around every Wednesday with his sanitation officer to check out people's homes, so forth. Begging people to come to the hospital to get checked up. Nobody knows to do that. The prickle what we no longer have, that was done for blood pressure. The young prickle, you take it and cut out all the prickles out of it, slice it up and put it in water, you drink that and the pressure is controlled with that. Everything that we had locally, everybody just walk away, leave it alone, and today, dependent on all over-the-counter drugs. I watched it Saturday gone there. This doctor was telling you plain out, stay away from these drugs because no longer any use.
And to me, that's what the media and everything, as I said, online is promoting more, which made the whole community believe into the whole medical scenes to have medicines imported and stuff like that, when there's many natural sources on the island that they could use that would actually cure them of those different pains and stuff instead of using those medicines.
Well, let's say for instance now, here my shin, I had a cut here, it was about almost 2 inches or more long. And I had a cut there for about 3 months, going to the sea, doing this, doing that. And a guy by the name of Cyril Buckle, he turned to me one morning when you did it in Gallows Bay, "Boy, what's wrong with your foot?" I tell him. He said, "How long you got it?" I tell him. He said, "Well, you go up, go by the soursop tree, take up one of the driest leaves you can find. Take the Canadian oil, spread it on it, tie it on your shin and leave it there for a day or two. And after that, it's going to stick on its own. When it drop off, your foot better." So said, so done. So said, so done. You see, a lot of people today scorning what we have here naturally for somebody they don't know nothing about. You look at it today, those tamarind trees there, the flowers for those tamarind trees, that's what people used to collect them. And what are they collecting them for? They're going to throw the warm water on them, and that's what they're going to be their natural juice. Today, everybody has soda, pew, it has come out. And soda of all kind, and they ain't doing nobody no good at all. The only thing that you'll find me drinking between the ginseng is Vitamalt. Other than that, I don't care for soda at all because I realize myself it's not good to your body. And if you look on these different programs, only certain doctors who are afraid to lose the license come out and tell you plain out. This tablet business organization set up, I know in Trinidad is advertised a tablet called Cafanol. Well, I could tell you, when you drink those here, whatever pain you have gone, that is off the market today. And why? I don't know. And all the different things that used to make long time ago, such as Dettol and all those things, Creolin, so forth. They got Creolin there, but I know Creolin. Then instead we got Center Creolin. All those things people use if you have injuries or whatever they use for that. But I said, everybody join the modern world. Right now, we have a problem here, which a lot of people don't know it. When we used to burn the different trees and so forth, the Calvita was under control. From the time the company last stopped burning, Calvita take over the island all over. Because you're no longer burning to burn the seeds. So, some of the seeds get washed with the rain, some of the seeds get moved around because you just pile up stuff and this, that. Today the island is overpowered, nothing but Calvita all over. So we all want to follow the world, let's say the modern style as they call it, and be paying the price. We can't control. Look at this problem now. The garbage now at the dump, where the demand you go to the garbage and dump. You have to pay. Now, right now, they got 5 different places where people come out here and dump the garbage on property. Now, tell me, the road is bad, which you just come here. The road is bad. They prefer to drive over a bad road, come Twich over here where it's free, than to go to the garbage dump. So now, who is the fool here? Because I quite agree, government has got to follow rule and regulation, but unless I can afford it, I ain't accepting it. I tell them whoever comes down level, because if you look after it, they ain't got a place that have more fire than the United States. So I'm taking days to get out. Then they still talk about the limit of smoke I have down here going to contaminate. I know. I can't swallow that at all. You stop the smoke first, then they tell me after. Because all the years when they first start up trains and so forth, things are the sky black. So what you tell me today? Come on, man.
And no. I also heard about those persons that used to burn the kasha trees.
That's for cool.
And now many persons say it's not allowed even to do those sort of things.
I've been hearing that kind of stupidness to the place, man. Those things are easily controlled. You can let them go away, call full speed, you can slow them down. Some people complain about the smoke doing this and that. Okay, good. All you do is shut it down to a certain degree and it will burn still. But you're not allowed to do it no more at all. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's a livelihood for people.
And even so, back then, I heard also from older folks that type of burning and smoke used to help with the mosquitoes and different things that would affect persons in other sides of the island.
And next thing again, with the bees. Before they stop the burning, station ain't had no bees in town. From the time they stop the bees, they burning there, that nobody burning garbage, nothing. So the bees take over all of them, people house roof and all kind of things. So you see, one of the things that annoys me here, the people don't make us study. Well, the guys who did in government, they just jump to conclusion because they were told. Yes, you can tell me something, and I'm willing to listen as long as I can prove it. But nobody financing these projects. Up to now, Sinking still burning garbage up there. Or we can't burn garbage. And Sinking got a bigger population than us. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me at all. I ain't falling for that kind of thing like that. So I quite agree. It's good to follow law, rule and regulation. But when I could afford it, if you demand it, I must do it, then you must give me some kind of affordance to do it. But you ain't doing that by demand I was for. No, I ain't doing that. So I just ain't going along with that at all. But then again, typical station, quick to jump to conclusion.
We have another topic here, which is based on how you started off with your businesses and how business was back then compared to now also. Seeing that persons are more heading to businesses online and you did more locally. So how was that back then with you growing up?
Well, actually, I started out as a worker on the trucks. The different ones are Earl Canwood, Herman Brown. So they were suppliers for the material, for building material. Well, after that, I managed to save some money and I got myself my own pickup. And then I started to be a supplier myself. And I've been doing that, but my trade actually was auto mechanic. And I did work for 2 different companies, Aneka, Wekenbouw, and after the last one I did work for was Defcon, really on the job on the hill. I opened up those roads up there for them. And that's the last job I did as hiring myself. But I can remember we closed down the 17th of December 1980. And I told Tom Philip, and the next guy from Samantha, said, well, this is the last year I can hire myself to anybody because what I went through, I don't think I want to do that anymore. And I decided I'm going in my own business. And they asked me like this, then what am I going to do? I said, I got a lot of business station, but you all don't see it. I see it. And with that, I started out. doing the same supplying, then I would never say anything different to that. The guy Alan Lane, he had a job, he had all the other masons to try to get it completed, and they was failing. So he come to me, asked me if I willing to try. I said sure. When I went and I saw it was, I came up with my own ideas, and according to him, up to the last time I talked to him, it's still intact. And from there, he made some advertisement for me with Station Terminal, I won't tell no lie, and he opened the doors for me to get started. Then in 84, that was in 83, and 84 we had the housing project, which I can see Mr. George Fleiswig helped us to get, because it actually was going by the Dutch contractor, which was been doing then. All were going, he decided no, he wanted to go between the local contractors so everybody get a deal. And with that, from there on, among many other things, I must say again, Miss Bowers, once she found out that I was doing this kind of work, she came to me and asked me to come to do some work for some people for her. And I'll tell you the truth, she opened the door that helped me very, very good. I can say from the time that she gave me work from 1984, now 85, right up to 1989, I was constantly employed through her, and her work all the way going there business-wise. But business-wise, in the young generation station, there was no room for that. We couldn't afford it, and on the other hand, we had it if we wanted to, because the opportunity was already monopolized, which was the biggest merchant I had here was Henry Smith. Then came Albert Smith, then Lucas Carty, then Dunkrit, and they opened up one by one. But there's still something that beat me up to this moment. A day like today, almost everybody had an oven in their yard. And everybody gonna bake today. But yet for all the bakers who selling bread through the week, breaking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the bread used to sell. But I can't understand that one at all. That one got me beaten up now, because nobody who bakes themselves to bake 3 or 4 bread. They bake a whole set of bread to last for the whole week. So how the rest bread used to sell, I don't know. But they used to sell. That's all I can say. That one got me beaten up to this day.
Even so, in these times, you would see if you purchase from the bakeries itself, and a few days would pass, if you don't really seal the bread in a sack or so, the bread will become hard. And I grew up having families breaking bread and stuff like that, and we would have bread baked, let's say the Sunday, and then days you would have the bread soft without even having to seal it in bags or anything. So,
well, all I can tell you is, I don't know how our people didn't know how to get things done, but they had a way. They had this call it iron plate, they call it there, and they used to do some Johnny cake on there. Well, I can tell you, I would give $1 billion if I had to, if we just could get to one, because they used to eat fantastically great. And I don't know, but for me, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. The flavor of food today, you just can't get it up to that standard that they had. I know a long time ago when you cook in Uncle Ben rice, you could stay down the road and smell that rice is cooking as far as you can reach. Today in the kitchen, you can't smell Uncle Ben rice. It's all for Christ's sake, man. And I don't know, this thing what they got called about seasoning and so forth, onion. You cut an onion, you better keep it from your face. I go make your eye run water. Today you could take an onion, rub it on your face, and still ain't doing nothing. So I don't know really how people could just come to the conclusion, try ask some questions to know what you can do right from wrong. And up here, you see that tower up there? That square tower up there, Lance Radio. Tell a man by the name of Cloman Lester, which was Lester's husband. He was the only one who used to plant vegetable on station. Whenever he cut in cabbage, we know from down by the Quill Road, we could smell the scent of the cabbage down there. Today, you got a cabbage in your hand, you see it look like cabbage, but they ain't got to think all the scent, for Christ's sake, man. Now, I'm very sorry, but I am going to be of that type of person who I am, because I can't take that kind of food that's so granted. I can't see myself falling to those things at all. If it was a case that we couldn't do better, I could understand that. But I know when the Frenchman used to come here to buy cattle every 90 days. And whenever he leave from here, he ain't leaving unless he have local fowl, goat, sheep, you name it. Everything local was going there. All of a sudden today, we ain't gonna use for that no more. We ain't gonna use for that no more at all. Everybody who in the days gone by build a home, bought a piece of land out of animal. Today, all of a sudden, animal is a disgrace. Yes, I quite agree they are annoying to people, yes. I don't agree with that at all. But if they was to do the thing the right way, everybody who puts on the animal, from the time you bring one to the stall, you got to tell me what more you got. So I go make sure you control your own. Everybody control their own. I used to have my cows out here. But if they beat them up so bad, I can't leave them, kill them. I just cut them, let them go. But I don't like the idea of having my animal loose. I don't like the idea of having my animal loose at all.
And
So
I heard also the animals were more controlled back then also. More farmers who did planting also had their own animals, goats and chickens and cows.
that's right. Everybody had their own. And I'll tell you moreover. There's something wrong with these animals we got here. These animals are not animal natural inheritance. These are they got trumped up things because I tell you offhand, on several occasions we used to carry animals to go to the stall. And from the time that we reach where concrete is, the animal gone crazy. And today the cattle walk on concrete like they nothing but that. Anytime, I don't care, even to go on the bay, and they had well-trained donkeys for that. The donkey know exactly where to go. You only got to call out, tell them, well, go here, go there, the donkey going exact. From the time they reach on concrete, that cow reach on concrete, they got trouble. The cattle getting on so bad because they want to pass concrete. Today, cattle are people gallery. Huh? Don't tell me the foolishness, man. I'm very sorry, but I want to stay old time, and I want to die so too. I want to die so, and I tell you the truth, because I don't want a big funeral too. I want to say, I'm keep the camera better, don't come to me with foolishness at all. Bunch of crap.
And do you think in this day and age, 2019 right now, that any changes can be done on this island if the public itself come together and try to make changes?
A lot of changes can be made because they got the opportunity and the face to do it. But for what I'm saying here, we can say the book is closed on that. Because the Dutch ain't come station to build station for us. The Dutch came to station to build station for themselves. You could tell the world that because the Dutch is not a foolish set of people. And what I'm trying to show people is if they're not building up Holland in the manner which they're building for the people of Holland, who the heck expect them to come here to do that? We had our island before we get together, a united block, try to listen to each other, what used to be done years ago. Because like tomorrow morning, Sunday, the same place by Blondell place, these have a cotton tree there. All farmers from this side reaching there. They're going to have a conference together, they're going to tell you how they're going to do things, how they're going to do, and everything will work out uniform. Today, if someone open, oh, you're stupid mouth, you sound so foolish. I know I sound foolish, but it makes sense to myself. And if you can't understand, too bad for you. But lots of them who condemning what was going on today is feeling the pinch. Because now that you have started here, because when the Dutch first came, yeah, that's what I'm saying, now we're here, boy, better that didn't come here at all. I don't carry and bring none of them. You had your voice to say what you want, you ain't say nothing. You pick a bunch of lunatics, put them in government, mess up the whole entire thing. Well, that's my island from our sense, so I don't see a complaint about his long before he take it over. But just a matter he take it over to do his own thing right now. So I don't see the need of complaining.
And the last topic is, I notice a lot of youths, and so in this time, they are being guided different in these days compared to back then. I was raised different also in the past, seeing that I'm 24, but in your time it was a lot more strict, I heard. So let me know how that was for you back then also, compared to how children are being raised in this day.
Well, to be truthful, this day the age I can tell you, it may sound strange to you, but the sport field then was just in the back of me there where Jennifer lived. That used to be the sport field then. And I usually couldn't enjoy the sport, I had to be in the country with my father tend to ground. So it wasn't that much you have freedom to go here and freedom to go there. It's a few children had that privilege, right? But every other child, such as Rupert Merkman, David Duggan, Henry Haslett, all of us and so forth, Ramon, Joel, all of us had to head in the country from the time we leave from school. And they not why you're going home to fool your father and mother when they had already used to pay attention to the school because that time everybody going to the same school, that's captain that. From the time the window closed, they don't judge you, you had to be there ready. And don't worry, you don't going to have to go sit down on your tail for I don't know. From the time you reach, you walk until dark. Then you got it all like now, so we're going for the cattle to bring them for the milk and give them water and so forth. They ain't not about no sport. It's strictly work of all description. And it was good because it kept us out of trouble. And on the other hand, even if you want to be in trouble, the way the law was, you're afraid. Because them boys carried on the police station, they put some licks in your backside, you ain't going to ever do nothing wrong again, I'll tell you that.
And even so, now you would see a lot of students walking around with their school uniforms and so, and even so back then you would hear that many persons in a community itself would warn the persons about it's not allowed, and so that's another change that you would see between now and then.
And nowadays, you don't have to worry about children being rude because they wasn't going to think it. You could have slapped off anybody child wanted to do something wrong, and you wouldn't get in trouble with it. A couple of later about a year more, that some lady came to station and she knew Kelly, so Kelly brought her there with me, and she asked me this question: what I think about giving the children more access, to control themselves. So my answer to her was, when last you been by the prisons? She told me she don't know nothing about the prison. I said, that way you should pass first before you think about what you're talking about. That's because all you're going to find in there today is youth. And if the young one in prison for what's going on right now, when you get them more authority, what you expect? See, well, she wasn't thinking along the line. See, well, you better start thinking there. You better start thinking there. To be honest with you, truthful, the island that we had years ago, just when your mother must have started to grow up and so forth, if you even play the guitar on the road, you have to play the guitar for you to hear, and the sound may echo from here to your mother or even further. But you can't be keeping it bunch of night in the road, you're crazy, no sir. People got the radio on in the house and you could hear it from all around the neighborhood, no sir. And dance, once you hear that the dance supposed to stop 12 o'clock, you can rest assured 12 o'clock, because the police right there to stand up with them. Today they do what you want, how you want, and they enjoy doing those things, but rule the rules. You could have slept comfortably years ago because you had nothing to worry about, but not today. You don't know who's going to break in your own place. Which put me in mind of a guy from St. Croix told me he and his wife, they're in the front room watching TV comfortably. All of a sudden step into two gunmen with a gun, take up a TV and go, and he can't do a thing about it. So don't let me say reach to that. We don't need that. We don't need that.
I would like to thank you for having me come along to your farm and having this interview done. And it was a great experience to learn the differences between back then, how you grew up, and business-wise, and how to eat locally, and the plantations that they had here. So it really was a great experience. I hope many persons online would take their time to view this video and learn and try to make changes for the island and itself and other islands abroad. So I would like to thank you again and have a great day further.
Well, I'd also like to thank you too, and I hope we'll have better results in time to come. And I hope, as you said, they have some people who is willing to go from here and see if we can make better for ourselves instead of depending on others to do that.